Hi, I'm Dr. Brewer. What seems to be the problem today?
Well, a few days ago, I woke up and couldn't seem to move my right arm.
Well, have you visited any other doctors to see if it might be a physical problem?
Well, yes, I have. They told me they can't find anything wrong with me, but I still can't manage to move my right arm.
I see. What made you seek me out, a psychologist, to solve the problem?
Well, I had visited multiple doctors trying to figure out what this is, and they all just tell me the same thing. At the last one, they said to try and find a psychologist, which is you, and you might know what's happening.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions about the extent of what is happening to you. So, there are no physical reasons for why this is happening to you at all? And how long has this been going on?
Well, the first time was a few years ago, but that went away so quickly I didn't see any need to find any real help.
Alright. Could you tell me the extent of what happened the first time?
Well, sure. It was about 4 years ago, and almost the same time. I was doing fine, and then one day I woke up and couldn't walk. I called in sick to work and stayed in bed, but only a few hours later I could walk again and everything was fine.
Okay. So you didn't tell anybody about this? Tell anybody about this? Any friend or parent?
I told a few of my buds. They thought I was just joking around.
I see. Well, you said that was the first time, so does that mean this has happened more than just twice to you?
Well, actually, yes. This kind of thing has happened on and off every few months since the first time.
I see. So you did not seek any attention the other times?
Nah. They usually don't last more than a few hours.
Gotcha. And what's so different about this time that made you want to seek out a psychologist, such as myself?
Well, in most cases, this doesn't last for more than a few hours. But this instance has lasted more than 2 weeks.
I see. Well, has anything significant happened to you in the past month or so?
Explain yourself.
Well, such as anything more stressful than you're used to, or a certain amount of discomfort?
Well, I'm a policeman, you see, and about 3 weeks ago they're changing up our curriculum for learning how to shoot guns.
I see.
They've been making us do time in the firing range, and recently they changed the targets to look more lifelike so that we get used to shooting real people.
I see.
I don't know why, but I hate the feeling or anything similar to shooting someone.
Would you say that you are a pacifist?
Nah. Not really. I'm fine with all the other stuff, but this is just when it comes to this, actually shooting someone or something, looking at a person, just get all on the inside.
I see. So, are there any specific ways you've avoided it up until this incident?
No. I've been participating, and then they changed the targets, and I kept doing it, and then I got this arm thing, and I haven't been able to.
Alright. Well, let's see, have any of your family members had anything similar to this or resembling this in the past?
Well, see, my father was a drinker. A very heavy one, in fact, and occasionally he would just full on lose his ability to move.
Oh, alright. Well, has it been anyone besides your father? Any other family members that you know of?
Nah, I didn't know my mother.
Okay. Alright, so let me just go over again what you're telling me is correct. Every few months, some part of your body has just been giving out for the past 4 years or so. And this time, though, it happened when you had the switch up at work, which caused a great deal of discomfort to you. But your grandfather had something similar to this, but your father had something like this, right?
Correct.
Okay. And the only reason you came to see me today is just that this has lasted longer than the other times.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Alright. Let me just... Yes. Okay. Well, due to what you've told me, you appear to have conversion disorder.
Explain yourself.
Well, conversion disorder is a fairly rare disorder. You don't see it very often. But it usually is caused by a large amount of stress or discomfort in your everyday life, but your brain just can't seem to handle it or can't deal with it on its own. So it suppresses the emotion into a more physical symptom that can be dealt with easier. Usually happens on and off, a few months or every year, about an entire person's life.
Is there a cure? Am I ever going to be able to move my arm again?
Yes, eventually your arm will come back into the whole movement thing. And there is a few more things we can try. For one, we can try to reduce any stress or discomfort that you may be having right now.
Are you saying quit my job? Because I have to feed my kids.
I know, sir. I'm not saying to quit your job. I'm just saying, if there's nothing else you can do and you really enjoy using your right arm, you may have to quit your job or find a different occupation, or perhaps just stop firing at, lifelike targets.
Anything else, Doc?
Well, I'm going to give you the number and make an appointment with a therapist who's going to help you get through cognitive behavioral therapy.
Will that help?
There have been times where it removes the entire problem completely.
Okay. Well, now that I know what it is, I'm just going to go cut my arm off. Thank you, doctor. Hopefully I won't have to see you again.
Well, I'd hope so too, sir. Try not to do the whole cut-off arm thing, though. And scene!